Ahoy there folks, I've just finished recording a video about today's patch notes, and we talk a little bit about the intelligent nanocore in there, and I talk about how I'm still confused as to how vague this all is. Well, having just finished recording that video, I've been presented with this wonderful little infographic. So be aware this video is primarily the patch notes, but I'm going to be confused about the intelligent nanocore. I'm not going to go through and re-record the entire video now, because I feel like death warmed up still with my throat and voice. I'm not about to spend another 20 minutes redoing everything. We're just going to cover this quickly before we jump in, and every time you hear me talk about the intelligent nanocore and that it being vague there, you now understand. So, Intelligent Nanocore highlights expansion. An additional main attribute can be selected immediately after expansion, and more secondary attribute slots can be obtained through upgrades. So, rather than the purple nanocore, which will allow you to choose one primary attribute and then have a set number of secondaries, you can now add additional secondaries through upgrades, and you can have two main attributes, meaning this is already something everyone's going to want because it is just flat out better than a purple nanocore for that simple reason. 2. Nanocore analysis. The secondary attributes of intelligent nanocores can only be obtained by analysing other nanocores. Each time a nanocore is analysed, a number of attributes will be obtained based on the configuration of the ship to which it applies. Pilots can gain the attributes they want by analysing specific nanocores. So this sounds like it's going to kind of be semi-random. This means that it will choose stuff that is based on the ship you are using, but you can consume nanocores elsewhere in order to choose the upgrades that you want. Again, I get it, this sounds an intriguing system. It's kind of like DIY nanocore, build your own by taking the bits you want from the different nanocores you like. But you know as well as I do, this is going to be hella expensive because you are consuming purple nanocores. This is a way to get all of those nanocores off the market and keep you buying new ones. I think NetEase have realised that a lot of people have the purple nanocore, singular, that they want, and therefore they're not going to buy new ones. Therefore, any new nanocores they put out are compared to the one that the player currently has, whereas this means that players want to keep buying more nanocores, and that's more money for NetEase, right? 3. AI access. Using Aurum tokens or materials can unlock access to the AI Yaoshi. Yaoshi will help the pilot to automatically pick up and complete high-sec combat encounters, automatically warp to the normal cosmic anomaly of the system to fight, and play voice lines at random when fighting and warping. Now the voice lines bit is kind of cool. I still don't like the automated gameplay though. I think that is still the biggest piece of dog crap that, you could put into a game like this. Admitting that you have a problem with your PvE system and then also saying, but rather than fix it, we're just going to automate it, feels like such a weak admission. But there it is, in, I was going to say black and white, it's technically gold and blue, using Aurum tokens or materials. And you know as well as I do, those Aurum tokens are going to be the easiest way to do that. The materials are going to be crazy in order to do that, because if there's a way to do it via Aurum, it's going to be easier than the materials required otherwise. Anyway, that's enough of looking at this direct graphic. Jump straight in, enjoy the rest of the patch notes, because good lord, it gets worse. So first up then, new content, specific skills. This actually sounds exciting at first, but very swiftly spirals the bucket into what we would kind of come to expect, and yet somehow still worse than I thought they would have done. Specific skills. In response to the threat of an unknown faction, a category of Concord-approved special skills are available for capsuleers to earn. Compared to comprehensive skills that can improve multiple abilities, these skills are very specific, generally improving only one ability, and not by much, but are more versatile. These skills can improve damage, range, and tracking velocity, as well as strengthen the shield, armor, and increase ore mining yield. They can also enhance a wide range of special abilities. Now that sounds really cool, and sounds like what we've been crying out for with things like the missile application skills, but let's see where this goes. Introduction of selected skills. Target navigation prediction, straight out of EVE Online. Focusing on attacking fast targets makes all missiles less prone to damage reduction when doing so. Excellent. Precision guidance theory, increasing the damage of all missiles against small targets, making them less vulnerable to damage reduction. Again, straight out of EVE Online and excellent. These are two skills that we absolutely needed for missiles a long time ago. This is what I have been crying out for literally over a year at this point. Fantastic. Controlled burst theory, again, straight out of EVE Online, reduced capacity need of all turrets. Drone interfacing, increasing the drone control range. Fighter fighting theory, increasing the explosion velocity of all fighter rockets. Lightweight ship navigation theory, increasing the flight velocity of all lightweight ships. Not sure we needed more ones for the capitals. I kind of thought that fighters and lightweight ships were fine as they were, but hey, let's not complain. We're getting target navigation prediction and precision guidance, so that's pretty awesome, and I'm sure controlled bursts, anyone flying an Apocalypse Striker is going to love that one just that little bit as well. Shield, armor hardening theory, increasing the base value of shield or armor for all capital ships. Annoyingly, it's capitals again. Damage transfer theory, increasing the damage transfer ratio of mothership defense modules, more capitals. Mothership defense coordination theory, reducing the restart time of mothership. Yeah, we don't care about those. It's capital crap that no one needs. Capitals are fine. No capital needs buffs. But hey, you can't buff the other stuff without also giving the precious whittle capital pirates something else to work with at the same time. Otherwise, gosh darn it, they just feel left out. Not like they've gotten all of the content for the past year and a half, right? They've just had to sit there and watch while the small ships get everything. So, you know what? Yeah, I get it. Those people have short attention spans. We need to give them something, otherwise they riot. So, how to obtain? This all sounds really good so far, right? Like, really good, like, really cool. This is where it's going to go downhill. Common skills can be purchased and trained directly by spending ISK. So those are in the skill book. So what's happening with the others, right? Because these are just trainable, right? Advanced skills can be obtained by purchasing supply chests from the Concord Pass shop. Okay, that's not too terrible. Concord Pass, I guess? Yeah, it's kind of annoying, but hey, I suppose I've got a reason to spend some Concord points again, but can't say I'm too happy about that. That's kind of shit, but okay. We're going to smile through the pain on this one, Benzie. Expert skills are manufactured based on the chip blueprints obtained in Dead Space, and some materials from Scout Cosmic Anomalies. You know what? I get we've been asking for manufacturing stuff, right? More things to manufacture. Not skills, though. Like, manufacturing other things, just not skills. Like, skills are supposed to be the things that are readily available to anyone. Like, look, you're a missile main, you want to do all this stuff. Yeah, you're going to have to open your wallet a little bit, and you're going to have to manufacture, which means it's going to be super freaking expensive on the market for the longest time. Look, don't get me wrong, that could have been worse. I'm genuinely surprised they managed to keep their greedy little mitts off the Aurum for long enough to write this out. But at the same time, skills should be in the skill book. It's that simple. You're sitting there saying, yeah, we realise you guys need these skills. You've been crying out for these skills for a long time, but hey, we're still going to put arbitrary bullshit in front of them and make you jump through hoops in order to get it. Yeah, okay. I get it. Like, we've been crying for stuff to be manufactured. Not skills, though. Okay, it could be worse. It could be worse. Concord suggests comprehensive skills are much more practical than specific skills. Capsuleers should prioritise training the former, then the latter. Yeah, fair enough. You don't want to bother training up things like guidance, precision, or tracking enhancements and that before you've got small missile upgrade and small missile operation. Kind of makes sense. But you're not going to be able to anyway because they're locked behind bloody Concord Pass. And I think the Concord Pass is genuinely the worst part of that. But I don't know even what to say anymore. People are just going to be turning around and telling me that no, you're just complaining for the sake of complaining, Benzie. Look, you've been after stuff for industry to do. Yeah, just not skills. Anyway, let's move on. To save Yaoshi, the former guardian of civilization who followed her to New Eden, Yui worked closely with the Society of Conscious Thought researchers to develop a new nanocore for ships that can store consciousness. Oh look guys, they're still teasing the Anjung. 3 years in, and the big thing that was going to be massive in Echoes is still being teased. They took the nanobot technology originally installed on the ship and improved it by reconfiguring its framework, adding a central processor to the components to manage the operation of each nanobot under the Nanocore system, and implementing Yayoshi's consciousness into it. Okay, cool, so we now have a former guardian of civilization in Eve. Okay. With the guidance intelligence, the nanobots can optimize the layout patterns by themselves, allowing the nanocores to be expanded by itself, and thus saving space for more nanocore entries to be fitted, unlocking entries and analyzing nanocores. Okay, so now we're going to actually learn some stuff here. The expanded nanocore can fit an additional main entry, and can still obtain more sub-entry slots through upgrades. This looks like basically you can have 2 primary nanocores. The expanded nanocore can fit an additional main entry, and we know you get this by upgrading a purple nanocore, so you can have 2 of the primary stats, I'm guessing. This is not clearly worded. Sub-entries of an intelligent nanocore must be obtained by analysing other nanocores. So, yes, if you want this, you are going to need to consume all of those purple nanocores. This, again, not really great, because this wants you to upgrade purple nanocores to get their stats and then push those into these. It's more a case of, we were worried this was just going to be a, hey, if you want this thing, you need to buy it on the store for like, 1200 aurum or whatever. Instead, it's going to be, hey, if you want this thing, you need to consume a purple nanocore, then buy a load more purple nanocores and keep consuming those instead. That's not a good thing. That's still ridiculous expense. The only advantage of that is that it means that you can't really automate it through a bot. I guess that's a silver lining now. That's what we're looking for, as silver linings. Oh, the automated players can't just, do this nice and easily. But it's still automating a game which is still ridiculously scummy and something no one asked for. The technology is still in beta. SOCT researchers hope to make the consciousness of Yayoshi available to all capsuleers to access so that they may gather more experimental data and explore ways to implant more consciousness. Okay. When implanted in the consciousness center, the expanded nanocore can transmit its consciousness to any nanobot, allowing it to operate any electronic device on the ship and even temporarily control the ship for the player. It still doesn't really tell us anything about how all this works, other than you don't buy it as a once-off payment. You're going to have to consume all of those juicy purple nanocores you've been working on for so long, and probably buy a whole ton more. So all those Concord points you've been saving up, you're going to want to dump not just into the new skills that they've added, but also into the new nanocores so that you can upgrade the AI. Oh my goodness. Keep spending, folks. Balance adjustments for the hilarity of what that term means in this game. The calculation for its damage bonus on the Mothership Defense module has been adjusted to be the same as common modules and rigs, and its restart time has been reduced by 60 seconds. Okay. I don't fly those things, I don't care. Those who do, you can probably tell me if that's a buff or a nerf. Scout Cosmic Anomaly added skill neurons to the loot crates, which can be used to manufacture skill chips. And Dead Space added skill chip blueprints to the loot crates, which can be used to manufacture expert skill chips. Guess it's a reason to go back and do Dead Spaces again. Yay! Dormant Realm adjustments. Leaderboard rewards will be adjusted as follows. The rewards for the top 10 will be changed. Does anyone care about the leaderboards anymore on these things? Because let's be fair, it's pay to win. Have you got a fully upgraded golden nanocore and purple nanocore and golden implant yet? If not, don't even bother with the leaderboards. It just doesn't exist. And that's really poorly formatted, and it's giving me a headache to even look at. New Eden store update. Cool! More stuff to buy. Added the weapon skill lucky chest, defense skill lucky chest, and industrial skill lucky chest. Open to receive random types of advanced special skills. Not only do you have to buy this stuff, it's freaking random. You don't even choose the one you want. So someone like me who only wants the 2 missile ones, I'm going to be stuck having to go through all of the bullshit capital ship ones as well, aren't I? Oh yay! Opening up to 5 times will grant you the skill opt supply crate. Oh yay! So once I've got 5 things I don't want, I'm guaranteed to be able to choose. Why can't I just choose to begin with, NetEase? Why are you hiding skills behind bullshit hoop jumping like this? Why? Why did you think this was a good idea? added items related to intelligent nanocore, such as the decoding key, the Tesseract star core, and the amethyst cone, and more. So yeah, we've got a bunch of random, names and items here to be added to the store that you can buy with Concord Pass. Yay! So all of you who've just decided that, nah, I'm kind of done with the game, maybe I'll try this out, but no, you've now got to buy the Concord Pass guaranteed in order to just, get all this kind of stuff. And then cross your fingers, you actually get the stuff you want. Recommended page, added items related to intelligent nanocore to the recommended page. Yay. Cool. That deserved an entire paragraph to tell us you were updating what you're recommending us to spend money on. Nanocore Lucky Chest. It's available in the store. Use the decoding key to open it. You'll be granted a Battleship Nanocore Opt Box within 60 times. Keep buying those keys, y'all. Hope you enjoy buying those keys and wasting all of your Concord points on buying freaking keys that will eventually, within 60 tries, allow you to get an Opt Box for a battleship. Not for anything else. If you don't fly battleships and you wanted to use other cores, tough shit, baby. You have to sit here and just hope that you get the lucky ones you want. Keep rolling, keep spending, cross your fingers, baby. Daddy needs him some new shoes. Don't roll a snake eyes. Can you get the gambling references yet? Oh, God. After that, the Nanocore Lucky Chest will keep rotating to match the current theme, allowing all capsuleers to exchange for the Nanocore of their choice. Oh, after only 60 times! Aren't you so kind, NetEase? The decoding key can be purchased through the store or exchanged in the Concord Pass shop. So yeah, once you've run out of Concord Passes, start swiping the credit card, boys. God, it just gets awful every single time you think we've hit the bottom of the barrel. A new event comes out that locks skills behind bloody paywalls, and the Concord and I'm calling it a paywall. And I know we've hit a point in Echoes where essentially people are so Stockholm syndromed by all of this. Believe me, I was there. They're going to say to me, but Benzie, it's not a paywall, it's just the Concord Pass. Why is it not just in the skill book? Can you tell me that? Why is it not just in the skill book? Like all the other skills, except for the salvages. Why couldn't NetEase do that for us? New event, Awakening Iron Rain. The new event, Awakening Iron Rain, is upon you! Dun dun dun! Sleepers are ancient beings who disappeared throughout thousands of years ago and left behind some traces of their existence. Now they're calling out to New Eden in the face of an approaching threat. The leaders of New Eden are in a heated debate over what to do next. The leaders of New Eden? What, you mean the Hawks and the Doves? I mean, those people we've heard so much about in the lore? Faction conflict. The leaders of New Eden have reached an impasse over how to deal with the threat from Sleepers. Former comrades are divided and turning against each other. Learn about the factional disputes through epic arc missions. Capsuleers will choose the faction they side with to complete request missions. Help New Eden resist Sleepers and increase faction support to receive event rewards. Awakened Land. Capsuleers will enter the Awakened Land in space during the event to fight against Sleepers. Complete corresponding missions to get mission rewards and event tokens. In Cosmic Anomalies, participating in Proficiency means collecting data and obtaining science credits. For alien visitors, Capsuleers need to defeat Sleepers. Leaderboard. We can't have an event without a leaderboard, can we? Now. During the event, the total number of points earned by Capsuleers in Proficiency in alien visitors will be calculated daily. Top 20 will be added to the leaderboard. Capsuleers with the same score will be ranked according to who earns the points faster. Rewards will be mailed to ranked Capsuleers the next day. Get out there and do the same PvE you've been doing for ages, or just sit there collecting data like the Verge of Silence all over again, but now you get the meaningful decision of whether you go Hawks or Doves, because that makes any sense. This is also vaguely worded like I should be celebrating that we're getting some kind of lore in the game, but it sounds like it was written by someone who's never experienced EVE before in their life, completely ignores the fact that there are dozens of deep and interesting factions already in the game that we're just going to completely ignore and say leaders from across New Eden in inverted commas like we know who these are. Like, can I ask anyone who's only played EVE Echoes the name of any of the leaders of any of the factions? Do you know who the current Emperor or Empress of the Amar Empire is? Who the Prime Minister of the Republic, the Minmatar are, the Minmatar Republic are? Do you know who the current executor or president of the Glente Federation is, for example? Who is at the top of the Kaldari state? You don't know any of this because they're just leaders in inverted commas, because even NetEase doesn't know at this point in time. Yeah, so do the same old boring stuff you've been doing in Verge of Silence and hope you can get something for it. And there's a leaderboard for it for some reason as well. Wealth of items such as skill points, materials, nanocores, classified through gravitational wave graphs, etc. Project Pirate, under the invisible threat of an unknown faction from an anonymous region, again with the vagueness about it, it's all unknown from unknown and unknown. Several megacorporations are scrambling to develop new modules and prepare for release. Success depends on the security of the trading route. To that end, these corporations have launched a series of reward events aimed at pirates to ward off potential hazards. During the event, planetary extraction speed 50%, loot from pirates 25%. More orders of the sale of Plex and the purchase of items will be generated when the insurance claims are settled. Okay, I'm kind of glad to see that more Plex sales and more purchase orders will be generated with insurance, but, like, again, why does this need to be an event? You are timed doing something that is actually good for the game. Like, loot from pirates plus 25%. Is the market running out of loot? Well, yeah, it kind of is, because Sheev's been buying it all off the market to try and fix some stuff. NetEase can't have that, so they've got to flood the market again. Planetary extraction, the one bit of, like, mining that actually works because it has a form of scarcity to it. Let's increase all of that. It's one of those things, it's cool. It's cool on paper. More loot. More planetary extraction speed. But it shows a complete lack of understanding at the core mechanics that actually hold this game up. PI has held its value because it's the only thing that ultimately cannot just be endlessly farmed into oblivion. So when you speed that up, you affect that market. Pirate loot. Nothing destroys it anymore, so we're sitting in a situation where the market is just flooded with it. So we're going to add more to it. Extra loot, what does that mean? Who cares? It doesn't mean a thing. Oh, yay. Some more C-type small beam lasers. Yay. The only thing I care about here is the more orders of the sale of Plex and purchase of items will be generated with the insurance claims when settled. That's a nice positive thing, genuinely. Genuinely, that's a good thing. I just don't see why it's part of an event. That should... I don't know. Navigator program is back, so spend 499 Aurum... buy 499 Aurum, which you then get to spend on anything to get a whole bonus load of extra skill points. We've seen it before, it's nothing exciting anymore. The estimated price has been updated based on market transaction record. Yay! Genuine patch notes. Incorporation Clash, more options for the number of in-battlefield capsuleers have been added, 10, 20, and 30. Because they realised no one's using this system, right? The thing we all said was a waste of developer time. Last time I checked, there were 20, not even 20 names on the leaderboard, meaning no one's using it. So NetEase are going to start incentivizing it. And step one is to make it so that smaller groups can do it, because the big groups can't be bothered. Maybe the smaller groups can, right? Maybe? Added ship tonnage restrictions in Corporation Clash. Capsuleers can choose maximum tonnage allowed to enter the battlefield when initiating a clash. So now you can do cruiser-only fights. It's kind of cool. Still kind of pointless. It's Corporation's Clash. I'd rather they just got people to go out and actually blow each other's ships up rather than, go into this instance. But there we go. Fix the issue where lightweight ships using turrets were doing less damage than they're supposed to. You mean application? Fix the lagging where mining failed in some rare cases. Okay. Fix the issue where the market price limit daily didn't apply when modifying the price. Again, it's also vague. I just don't know what to say about this anymore. I really don't know what to say, because even the positive things in here are just buried. Like, we finally get the skills we've been asking for, but they make you jump through random bullshit hoops in order to get them. They finally, do something about insurance, and it's for a timed event. We get this god-awful Nanocore. There's a whole ton of additional skills that we just don't need, because we need to make sure that the capital pilots don't feel left out for more than 5 minutes. I just don't know what to say. And I know a lot of you have come to me in the comment section and said to me, look, Benzie, you're clearly getting stressed out by this. Maybe you should just quit. I pretty much have at this point. I log in, I collect the daily rewards, I do my PI to get Concord Pass, which again I'm not paying for anymore, because I kind of don't want to let the account go dry on the sense that maybe one day things will get better. They just don't appear to. Because it seems that every time NetEase says, oh look, we're doing something that you've asked us for, it's with layers of their bullshit on top. And it's like, I've been sitting here saying, I'm hungry, please can I have some food? And you're saying, oh, we hear you, we understand that you're hungry, but you need to give us 20 jumping jacks and 10 push-ups and all of this before you can have the food that you've been asking for. And it just, I don't know, the more... I don't like making this analogy because it feels awkward, and someone who's been in that situation, like in real life, I don't like denigrating it down to video game level, but it feels like we're talking about an abusive relationship here. Like you've got the partner that's gaslighting you and treating you like crap and manipulating you all the time, but we've all been led to believe that, oh, maybe this person will improve, or I've been in the game for long enough, I need to stick around, like, oh no, I need to stay around, it's the right thing to do for the kids. It's an abusive relationship at this point, and it feels like every time they kind of just go, oh, here's 10 quid, go buy yourself a nice blouse or whatever. It feels so artificial that when anything good comes along, it's still got all that negativity around it, and all of these additional aspects just on top of it that mean it's not the fix. Like, you finally give us these specific skills, but rather than just go, hey guys, we're listening to the community, here are those skills. You have to add a whole load that we didn't ask for that don't do anything, and you have to put it behind a whole load of jumping through hoops. Like, why? You finally give us what we're asking for, but you still got to inshitify it. You've still got to put the NetEase twist on it to get people to spend Concord points, which means they want to buy the Concord pass, and they're not going to have enough Concord points to get all the skills they want, plus all of the all of the Nanocore stuff that they're going to want as well. Please tell me in the comment section, am I missing something here? Am I just being too negative at this point? Are NetEase doing the right thing and I just can't see it anymore because I've become so jaded by all of this? Is that what's going on here? Am I jaded? Or am I just seeing this for what it actually is now? Because I recognise there was a time when I would look at this and go, oh, that's really cool, and I'm kind of glad they've done it this way, and okay, maybe this way does kind of sucks, but I kind of see why they're doing it that way, and I've lost that ability. I don't see why they're doing it anyway anymore. It just feels like needless complications for the sake of it. It's like you could just drop this stuff. People have been crying out for this for so long, you could just go, cool, there you go, and stop there. That would be fine. There's no reason to add all these additional layers to it other than you can, and it helps the monetization. But maybe I'm being too harsh. Let me know in the comment section down below, folks. Otherwise, happy sailing. See you in New Eden.